hot topic today, and I mean literally. I'm talking to the women today that have tried the tymorovy and it has burnt their hair, or it has left their hair smelling burnt. What's that all about? Let's talk about it. Now, I don't want to call anybody out and say if this burnt your hair, it was operator error, but kind of maybe. Any hot tool can damage your hair if not used appropriately. And a deepwaver, whether using this one, or this one, all of them can be extremely damaging on your hair. So today I'm going to address 3 things. The first one being the initial smell. Some of you have gotten this tool, turned it on, and it smelled hot. Like, what's that all about? The second thing I'm going to address is the difference between steam and burning. And then the third and most importantly is going to be how to avoid damaging your hair when using a tool like this. So the first thing is the initial smell. Did anybody open this and they turned it on and it smelled hot? Okay, it's not cool, but it's not uncommon. And as a hairstylist, the amount of hot tools that I own is actually embarrassing. But it is not uncommon to get a new hot tool and have it have a smell. And the reason for that, it even says, like if you actually read the instruction manual that comes with any hot tool, but with this one, I'll post it right here. They even say there may be an initial smell. Okay, they're not like hiding that from anybody. And what it is it's the plates, they're coated with something. Like in the testing when they're making it, that the first few times it has a smell. It's kind of stinky. I experienced that too. So as a hairdresser, when we get a tool and that happens, what we do is we crank up the heat. We don't use it, but we crank up the heat. Turn that sucker on all the way on high. Let it sit for the 30 minutes. It's automatically going to shut off. And then do it again. Let it warm up a few times and it's going to burn that stinky, whatever coating is on there. It's going to burn it off. The second thing is steam versus burning. Did you put this on your hair and like it smoked, right? So most likely it was just moisture. It was just steam. This can happen with any hot tool again, a flat iron, a curling iron. So if your hair is not completely dry and it is moist, it will steam. If you've just applied a heat protectant and that is not completely dry, that can steam. And even if you have nothing on your hair, when you go to crimp your hair, the moisture from your hair is being released. Anytime it gets heated up, that moisture is releasing from your hair and it's trapped in there and you're not going to see it until you release it and you're going to see a poof of steam. It's not smoke, it's just steam. And then finally, and most importantly, let's talk about not damaging our hair. These hot tools are different than a curling iron because there are hot plates on both sides. So when you sandwich your hair, you are heating up that hair on both sides. Versus a curling iron, when you're using that, only one side of your hair is actually touching the heating element. So it takes a lot longer for all of the strands to heat up, right? So you have to hold a curling iron a lot longer than you have to hold a deepwaver. So this comes with a timer of 4, 6, 8, or 10 seconds. I don't know anybody who needs to hold this on their hair for longer than 6 seconds. The next thing would be the temperature. Same thing, because your hair is getting heated up on both sides, the temperature needs to be much lower than it might need to be on your curling iron or flat iron because the temperature needs to be higher to change the structure of the hair. So on something like this, when it's heating up so quickly, you need to reduce that temperature. So this can go as low as 280 degrees. I recommend everybody starting there. Do that, and if it's not waving, then bump up the heat a little bit. And last but not least, a heat protectant is crucial. And I say that with any hot tool, but especially when using a waver of any kind. You need to protect your hair on both sides. So if this is my section that I'm about to heat up, I'm going to spray my heat protectant on top and on the bottom because healthy hair is important to me. And I use this tool and my hair is healthy and beautiful and not burnt and not damaged. So again, I don't want to say if you have damaged hair from a hot tool, it's operator error. But honey, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. Now, the overall reviews on the tymorovy are impeccable. It has 4.6 stars with over 18,000 reviews. Most of you have gotten this, use this appropriate, and love it. Some of you that have gotten it, used it inappropriately. Well, you're not loving it so much. But before you go through the hassle of returning it or throwing it in the garbage, take these few tips and try it again. Lower that heat setting. Lower the time that you're holding it on your hair. Make sure you're using a good heat protectant on both sides of your hair and make sure it has time to dry before you're applying heat. So for those of you who are interested in their hair looking like this, I am going to link it down below for you. But if you guys have any other questions, please let me know. I'm a hairstylist and I'm extremely passionate about healthy hair and teaching people how to have healthy hair and style it the way they want to style it. But I'm not going to get on here and tell you that this tool is damaging because any hot tool could be damaging if not used appropriately.